Yeah, my name is Chris James, and I'm the assistant principal flute and piccolo. Well, it's made out of wood, obviously, and also it has a conical bore as opposed to a cylinder. The flute is a perfect cylinder, and the piccolo tapers so that this end is smaller in diameter than the top end. I started playing the flute when I was 6, so that's, a couple decades, give or take. There's a sort of a stereotype of the piccolo as a very, very shrill, loud, wild kind of sound. And to make that rounder and more beautiful and in tune with the other instruments around me is sort of my constant aim. I've had people tell me that I'm too big to play the piccolo, which is not true. I can do it. Although there are certain makers of piccolo where the keywork is too small, too close together for my fingers. I've had to consider that a little bit when I'm shopping for instruments. Unfortunately, there are a lot of piccolo jokes. How do you get two piccolo players to play in tune? You shoot them both. It's kind of a classic example. I think my sweet spot is about 2 hours a day. I would never play piccolo in my residence. I think it's too cruel to my neighbors. I like to use the practice rooms next door at the VSO school. I'm going to call it a middle F sharp. You've got both hands on the instrument. You're really kind of gripping it. It's in a nice register. I obviously have to play high as part of my job, but I do kind of like the middle register for its roundness and beauty. It's amazing. It's an honor. The coolest thing is to think about all of the people that have come before. Even specifically in the flute section, several former flute players in the VSO were my mentors as a kid in other places after they moved on from Vancouver. People who previously held my position are now playing piccolo in the Los Angeles Philharmonic. There was one guy who went on to play in the Philadelphia Orchestra for decades. There's a really, really rich legacy, even just of flute players, that is inspirational.